Hello, chat. I just realized I feel like I forgot. Hold on. Think my glasses are in the other room. With me, chat. We're going to the other room. We're going places. Here they are. We are ready to rock and roll. I'm coming back, chat. I'm coming back. Entertain each other, please. Say fun things to each other. Go stupid, go crazy. Yeah. What's up, guys? We got Bright Blackout, kind of contradicting. Smug Grinch, Apple Crazy, Kermit, Aiden. What's up? So yeah, if you guys can't, you guys are probably like, what is happening on this table right now? I need to get some B-roll. Well, I don't even know if we ever thanked we got a follow yesterday when we were offline from Immigration 552. Thanks for the follow. What a peculiar name you have. You were just looking for a 4-minute video to, what is that, to fill the game? What do you mean by fill the game? Oh my goodness. One of those mornings, huh? Yeah, guys, I gotta get some B-roll here. Saw a marketplace for 5070 for $599. It initially had it for $850. I gotta wonder if that's a scam, because that's like, that's like MSRP basically. Almost without tax even. So, I guess if it's used, like if it's open and used, I could kind of see it. And also, they could definitely get more for it. I'm not saying they should. They really shouldn't, but oh, unwrapped. Dude, that's, if you were looking for 5070, I would get it. Because 5070, like, people don't like it, but at the end of the day, it basically is like it's like in between, I think, like a 4070 Super and like a 4070 Ti. So honestly, like, it's still not a terrible card at $599, especially. I wouldn't say terrible. Like, it's actually it's a pretty good card at that price, what I should say. All right. So, yeah, guys, this is a YouTube video. I got here a little later than I wanted to, and I was working on some other stuff, so I was like, I'm just going to get B-roll live. You guys don't get to see that process happen super often, I guess. I'm going to turn this camera a little more so you guys can get B-roll with me. What's the max GPU paired in i5? 4440. That thing's pretty old. Still useful for certain applications, of course, but I probably wouldn't go. I probably wouldn't go much higher than like an RX 580, a GTX like 1660. That'd probably be like the ceiling, really. If you're looking for like new, I would say the RTX 3056 gig. That'd be like your ideal combo there. I am solo today. I think Matt's doing he's doing basketball stuff. Thought I got in the way of the camera there. I was like, oh, what's up, Kermit? You get a B760MP DDR5. Would you go with the 14700K or would the 14600K be sufficient? You stream Warzone, do video editing. Well, in your use case, the i7 could be useful, and really, like, the price difference just isn't that much usually. So I would say, like, it's really up to you. Yeah, it's tough because either one is a fantastic choice, I would say, for what you're doing. I will say, if you're doing a lot of video editing, definitely get the K and not the KF, or just even a non-K. A lot of these video applications really seem to like, what's going on here? A lot of these video applications actually really seem to like having the non-F processors, like to have those integrated graphics. It has, I don't know what exactly it is, but it helps accelerate your editing and stuff, basically, for certain programs at least. Is the B580 good for esports machines? For the business plan, yeah, as long as you're not going to be doing, or B570, as long as you're not planning on trying to do like, 1440 is pushing it. Well, it's not pushing it. Actually, esports, no. That's fine. B570, 1440p would be fine in esports. You're going to get as long as you're cool with doing like kind of like medium lower settings, you'll get 144 FPS. But if you're trying to do like, you know, any AAA titles, Matt is at home. It's, I don't know if there's a game today or there was one. I guess there was one probably late last night too. I'm just guessing, by the way. I don't know. I'm not much of a baller. I just work here. Ooh, I think we can get a cool shot with this. Yeah, if you guys never seen how we do our B-roll, this is basically it. Sometimes we got some pretty fancy equipment that we'll whip out sometimes, like sliders and stuff, but honestly, that's one thing that's great about these Lumix cameras is they have a really good live crop built in, which, for those who don't know, live crop is essentially a kind of like a built-in B-roll machine, really, is how I describe it. It's pretty useful. They don't care about HRR. They'll higher refresh rate. I guess that's true. Kids want big screens. I guess that's fair. I guess it depends. I mean, if they're someone who already games and they do it like even, I mean, it doesn't have to be competitively. I just know a lot of younger folk, kind of including myself, like, you know, we're not a big fan of just running 60 hertz, 60 FPS. We really like to have some type of higher refresh rate, like at least 120 hertz, I'd say. This microphone is just so soft, guys. I think we can get a cool shot of this one. Might whip out the light here. Hopefully it's charged. Let's see. Yeah, she's charged. All right. I'm gonna try to get a cool little lights off shot. When did you say the OBS video was? OBS. Oh, that is. Oh man, I actually don't know. I can look at my phone real quick. Be afraid. that was pretty terrifying looking. I'm sorry. It's not my most flattering angle, you know. Oh, hold on, I gotta take a sack back. All right. Shoot, what was? Oh yeah, Trello. Let me load up our. It's where we keep our notes when we got videos. Is today March? Oh, I guess today. Yeah, I think today. As long as it doesn't get changed. There once was a boy who used too much thermal paste. It seeped everywhere all over the board. Yeah, how's that, guys? Is that pretty scary? All right, so here's a cool little, so you guys are gonna get a little class on B-roll today, okay? So first, like, I need to make sure this shit is focused to the T, but we're gonna try to hit a cool one of these here, you know? So we already got our live crop set up. And we get a really nice little that. I like to kind of go over it twice to, you know, get a couple different angles. We'll add a third time even. Boom. Looks super cool on B-roll. What's up, Smoot? How you doing? I'll do a couple more lights off shots while we're at it. Guess I should probably get some of the mic arm. So in case you guys didn't know, this is it's a sponsored video. Whenever you have a sponsored video, you really want to try to focus, of course, on you know, the people who are paying you. So Fifine, which we found out, by the way, it's not Fifine. We've always called them Fifine. It's Fifine apparently, but they're the ones sponsoring the video. So just want to make sure that we're getting some really good B-roll of what they have to offer. Hopefully, that might be a little too dark. Can we get some more light on this? Oh yeah, she's got more light. Okay, okay. No more disrespect for this thing. Yeah, it's always such a fun shot. Doing the light, getting some really nice like shadows and everything. The shadows move, so it looks really cool. I gotta say too, I actually learned I learned this from Jonah. I taught Jonah a classic one, which so the classic one that I showed him is where you basically have you know, you have your still. Well, sorry, not a still. You do a live crop, keep the camera in the exact same spot with lights on, and then you turn the lights off, and you get a really freaking cool effect. You basically have to run the live crop twice. Super worth it though. It looks really sick. I think, you know, I'm gonna do one right now, because why not? We'll keep it on. Let's do a little bit higher. I'm gonna bump up the aperture so we can get more stuff in focus, but then we gotta bump up our ISO. And then we're just gonna do a nice wide shot with a slow crop in. Make sure we're really in focus here. So yeah, basically I let this slow pan in go. Thank you for the resub, Mental Metalhead. Mic's quality is pretty damn nice for a $50 mic. Oh yeah, we're talking, yeah. Dude, these are awesome. I'm really starting to like the whole XLR interface a lot more than the USB mic. I will say USB mic is awesome, like really great for, I mean 90% of people, but I don't know, now that I switch over to an XLR and having like the whole interface and being able to change things on the fly, I definitely like it a lot more. All right, so we need to leave the camera exactly where it is, turn the lights back on. Hopefully McAllister knows to actually stitch this. He probably won't, but we'll see. Hopefully he gets the vibe. And then we need to bump our ISO down because that's going to be bright as shit. Yeah, basically what you want to do is try to get, you got to time it, you know, right? So our logo was actually designed by someone on Twitter, back when it was Twitter, if I remember right. Zach, I will say nowadays, he's a graphic designer. He has been for a long time. He's definitely capable, I think, of doing stuff like this now, because he's gotten pretty good at pixel art. He was never a huge fan of it, but I think he's starting to appreciate it. It's definitely not an easy thing to do. But yeah, he's getting pretty good at it, so I think he could do it now. But yeah, back then we had a pretty cool person do it, and I think they've actually done a couple of other things for us. I can't really recall what. The AM8 likes to use other ones. You're like, oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah, a lot of these mics will have like USB-C, so you can do standard like USB cardioid, or you can do XLR. 1070's finding a new home today? I don't know. The whole PC or just the 1070? I think it was time, midnight. It was time. Whole PC, nice. Is the mic and mixer a combo? So I know that you can get this Fifine mic with this arm as a combo. This exact, let's see, this is the Ampligame. Oh, sorry, it's not the Ampligame. Is it? No. Where did that go? I have the instruction manual. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. It's the Fifine Ampligame SC3. That's what the XLR mixers, and I gotta say, that's an awesome mixer. It has a ton of features. It has built-in voice changers. It's ready to go like out of the box too, which is really cool. I don't know where the box went actually. Is it over here? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's really cool. I definitely like it. Here's the package if you want to see it. And they did actually send an upgraded version, which apparently a lot of people really like this mic. This is the AM8. Now this one obviously can also go on this stand, but it comes with the stand. This one can be used in USB or XLR. So it's basically kind of like, it's basically a 2-in-1, which I will say a lot of people don't really need 2-in-1. It almost might be better to get like exactly what you need. Like if you're only gonna use USB, just get a USB mic. If you're only gonna use XLR, get an XLR and then like a mixer. Because, I mean, I could be wrong, but I would think they have to spend extra money to get both in there. And if you're only gonna use one, I'd rather have the most money put into the technology that I'm using. And I run one at home too, actually. I run a mic that can do both. And I've even thought about upgrading it because I'm running that mono. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it's the mono setup that was kind of similar to this. Screen's kind of... Oh, cool, I can adjust it, all right. That looks worse. Maybe try turning the background lights off. It is quite bright on it, quite bright. Oh yeah, good to go now. Oh yeah. You don't have any PC at the moment, but you're looking into trying to find a good PC for a good price? Well, if you decide that you don't want to build one, check out PCBros. That's our PC selling business. We're actually getting ready to, I will be building one on stream today, although it's going to be a few minutes. I need to get B-roll of a lot of parts here. Just think about B-roll. You always want to try to make sure you get way too much, because way too little definitely sucks. Because then you got to get stuff back out and like refilm it, which is not fun. At least not to me. Some of the other guys here don't mind at all, which is a very good feature to have. I don't have that for some reason. I'm more of like a, I don't know. I just like to try to get it done once and get it done real good, you know? Yeah. You have a boom arm mounted, very jank-like. Honestly, that's like most boom arms, I feel like. Unless you have like just the right kind of desk, yeah, these arms are always kind of janky feeling no matter what. I will say, like, I ran one for the longest time that I had stuff like welded onto it because I had to adapt it for like multiple different mics that I had. Jackson, you know what a red LED means on a motherboard? It came on mine. Well, is your PC working? Because that's probably an indicator light. But it's hard for me to tell you what that could mean because usually it'll have letters written underneath it. They'll be like CPU, VGA, boot, DRAM. Those lights are basically like a boot sequence to tell you what is or isn't working. Debating on if you want to build a 12th gen budget PC to sell. Hey, why not? It's always fun to try. I will say, good luck making money, but if you do, good job. This background's so low quality, it's great. You guys probably can't tell, but I just realized our freaking RAM is RGB. What motherboard is this? It looks like oh, it's Maxon, I forgot. I wonder if Signal would work on this. Do we even download Signal? It does not look like it. Oh, wow. I guess we'll probably use B-roll from a different video. I think, gosh, see now I'm like debating. I'm like, did I get enough B-roll? I really don't feel like B-rolling anymore though. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is good for now. He's good, he's good. I'm gonna go ahead and get this transferring over here, guys. Wait on 1 second for me. Nice and in order. This is what we like to see, chat. Streaming doesn't have to be expensive. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get one more B-roll shot. Actually, I want to get one of get one of all the boxes. I feel like that's a good idea, just in case. Turn the lights back on for this one though. Oh, I forgot the SD card's in the PC transferring. Oh, no, it's done actually. We're good. False alarm. Okay. Let's do this. Chat, you guys doing a good job at entertaining each other? I hope. What's on today's agenda? Good amount of B-roll. A good amount of B-roll, which I'm almost done with it for this video. And then I'm gonna build this PC for you guys on stream, which is a 7600 with a 7800X. And then after that, on the stream, so I'm done with that. And then I need to do probably about 2 or 3 shorts today. Kind of been a little slacking on shorts personally. So I'm gonna try to get some done. What else? And then probably, I think I need to get some B-roll for maybe another video or two. I feel like, I don't know that for sure. Or at least I need to have Jonah do it. That's why we got employees, right? And then I'm gonna try to get to the last part for that Facebook challenge. It's not really Facebook, it's a local building challenge. You guys may not even know about the video, but basically we spun a wheel. We have to build a PC using all local market, and 3 of the parts were marketplace. So I have to get the power supply, case, and motherboard from Facebook, and I actually scored a, I say scored, I really didn't get great deals on anything, honestly. I got a brand new in-box X870 Prime, that's like a $210 board right now. I got that for $160, so that's actually a pretty good deal. It's sealed. I got a, what is it? Is it the Meshify C? I got the Fractal Design, yeah, Meshify C in white, which the box is pretty like beat up, but the guy said that it was never opened. So that's also new. And I got that for $90 and he delivered it to us. So honestly, I got that for probably about what the case goes for now. And then I'm in works with, I got like 2 people on Facebook I'm trying to get power supplies from, so yeah. There's a lot of stuff to unplug here. I forgot we kind of cable managed a lot of this too. For thumbnail and whatnot. All right. Snip. Schnorp. Snip, schnorp. Oh my god, I missed a zip tie. What am I doing? What am I even doing here? For the trailer jacks, I think you want to do 5700X with B570s. I mean, yeah, for bang for buck wise, especially if you can still get like those Newegg bundles. Yeah, it's a good priced combo. All right, I'm try to keep all of this plugged into each other, just in case we gotta set it back up. It'll make it that much easier. All right, guys, just a few minutes of cleanup, and then good to go. Good to start actually building a PC. Which I feel like the build's just gonna I don't know why. I feel like it's gonna take me forever. We'll see. Really shouldn't, because it's not a hard build, but Sama has the 3509. Yeah, that's a good case there. Yeah, I don't even know if they actually sell the mesh if I see like new anymore, man. I know you can buy it new. I just don't know if like, I don't know if, because I was seeing like 100 to 110 bucks online new, and I didn't think that case was that expensive normally, but maybe it was. Now it's funny, the dude on Facebook, and this is exactly why Facebook Marketplace sucks 99% of the time, is, you know, the box is incredibly beat up. Like I said, he claims the case wasn't used, but like I wouldn't be surprised if he at least opened it. And you can tell he's had it for a while, right? And in his listing, you know, he put that he wanted like, I think he was asking 100 originally, or 110, which I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of high for, I mean, like if you guys see the box, you'll understand. It's pretty beat up. So I was already like, man, that's kind of high, but you know, I got him down to that price or whatever. But in the listing, he literally said this price goes, or this case goes at Walmart for 160. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, you can't, this is exactly why Facebook, sometimes eBay, but mainly like, it's really just the marketplaces where people can write whatever the hell they want. Like, I hate to say it, but the freedom of speech on those websites, it really shows some, you know, not that like people are dumb, but it shows ignorance basically. Like, it's like people just will find whatever the most expensive price is, and they're like, yeah, they can go for this much. And I'm like, yeah, when they're dead stock being sold by like a third-party seller on Walmart.com, like, what? Oh, they give away PC had Wi-Fi? There you go, Midnight. But yeah, that's like the reason why Facebook sucks, is because people find the most expensive price they can, and they're like, yeah, this is what my item's worth. And it's like, hell no, it's not even close to that. Like, you should be, people need to understand on Facebook, you should find what like eBay sold listing prices are. And man, Facebook Marketplace would be a hell of a lot better place if that was the case. And it's weird because it's like people understand that concept just fine with cars, you know, sometimes motorcycles, like trailers. Like most things on Marketplace equipment, it's usually well priced. Like it usually makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, you're telling me when you buy something it depreciates? Yes. And people understand that with cars and everything else. With electronics, it's like people just don't understand. They're like, yeah, you know, I bought this laptop 10 years ago for 800 bucks, so I'm gonna sell it for 750. And it's like, no, the hell you're not. Oh man, I'm passionate about it if you can't tell. It absolutely drives me nuts because it's like, since it's kind of a seller's market in a way on Facebook, like, because you can put stuff for whatever price you want. It doesn't mean it's going to sell, but it is annoying because it does cause, I think, that kind of artificial inflation that doesn't need to be there, especially for like computer parts and other electronics. That's true. Well, you know, Mac is a little bit, I kind of agree, because yeah, I think it was dumb for how long. Now it's a lot better, especially on eBay. Like on eBay, it's pretty cool that you can go, and if you want to get like, let's say like a first generation like M1 laptop, I mean, yeah, they've kind of held value, but like they're a lot cheaper than when they were new. And let's be real, you can save some big bucks if you want to go at the i series Macs from like 2017 to 2019. I mean, a lot of those laptops for like $2,000. People sell them for like $400 or $500 now. So that's a good example of like where I think people understand that like, yeah, they hold value, but not like that. Mac's kind of like the Toyota, I guess, of the computer world, you know? That's another good example too, is when I talk about people really understanding the value of cars and stuff, Toyota is not that, sadly. And I like Toyota, don't get me wrong. You know, I had a Tacoma that like I freaking loved. But holy crap, I think it's really dumb how Toyota, like, just because it has that brand reputation, people will sell those freaking cars, trucks for like, you know, they have like 100,000 miles on them and they're selling them for like close to what they paid for it. I'm like, what? Why are people even buying it? Matt is off today. He's chilling at home. But don't worry, guys. I'll build you a gaming PC. You get most of your build in Facebook Marketplace, cut your build from 900 to 700. Oh yeah, you'll definitely, that's the thing, is you will find good deals. It drives me bonkers how many bad deals I have to go through to get to those good deals, you know? It's like for every like, you know, one good deal, I gotta go through 30 bad deals Toyotas are pretty much the only thing your family will drive. Yeah. No, I mean, I mean, I get it. I definitely have like big respect for like, you know, really any Japanese cars, Toyota, Honda. I just like I said, I just think it's funny how they just hold too much value in my opinion, like more than they should. I get the fact that like they hold value because they're reliable. Like, you know, going out and buying a 200,000 mile, you know, Ford Escape versus a 200,000 mile like Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner is going to be worth a lot more. I just don't know if I fully agree with it. You know what I mean? I just feel like that Toyota 4Runner, like, yeah, I mean, you see them hit 400,000 miles all the time. But like, if it wasn't taken care of really well, there's a good chance you're only going to get 10 to 50,000 more miles out of it. But it's going to sell for way more than it should, just because it's a freaking Toyota and a 4Runner. All right, I think I have everything for this. I'm going to be adding some fans. I don't know what fans yet. I figured I'll do that as I go. All right, we're ready to build a PC, chat. You got the same graphics card, 7000 XT? It's an awesome card. It's a card that you like can't really even buy right now, too. Has Matt's Tesla been attacked by Psycho? Nah, I mean, he keeps it, like, he's got a garage to home, and then, I mean, you know, he comes here, and it's a pretty good office area, so not really a whole lot of chances for, I think, that to happen. For example, your truck will need massive maintenance at some point. Yeah. Thoughts on the Antec C5, would you build it again? Oh yeah. Yeah, I really have liked almost every Antec case we built in. Now I wouldn't say that like, I feel like every time we built in them, I don't typically plan a ton of builds in them on my own. Like I think they're great, but I've never thought like they're like amazing for the price. I don't know how to put it. Cases are very preference oriented. And honestly, I'm a pretty big micro-ticks guy anyways. The Tesla dealer is too close to mess with strays. Yeah. And you wish you paid the extra for the 70 NRXT. Oh, you have a 77 NRXT. Hey, it's still a good card. Still a good card. You flipped your build in one recently. You love the case's look. You get sucked in by the 7 included fans. That is, I do love when a case comes with like a ton of included fans. That's always like such a big bonus. Oh, they were protesting there on Monday? Really? Interesting. CPU insorted. Womp. CPU box saved. People are dumb, keying and destroying people's property. Elon just saved astronauts yesterday. Yeah, I think, I don't know, that's a really interesting, I mean, and I'm not trying to get too political here, but yeah, I think it's dumb going and destroying personal people's property. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people that buy Tesla bought it because they're like, oh my God, I want to suck on Elon Musk's toes. Someone's going to clip that and it's going to be like, yeah, out of context. But I think a lot of people just bought a Tesla because they were like, oh, they're cool and electric and they're catching on really quick, not because they love Elon Musk. So yeah, I think if you're gonna vandalize, go vandalize just the corporation. Like, go straight for Tesla themselves, like mess with the building, I don't care, but don't mess with people's personal cars. Like, that's just stupid. Not to mention, like, insurance exists, which, I mean, yeah, trust me, it's a big hassle. Like, I don't want to do an insurance claim, but it's not like you're like destroying their life. I mean, if they're able to afford a Tesla in the first place, they probably have full coverage and they probably are at least good enough off to be able to afford like the deductibles and stuff. You may end up just getting them like a new car or like a half new car, if that makes sense, by vandalizing it anyways. So, you know, it's not proven much of a point is how I'd put it. I think there's much smarter ways to do it. Tesla, fast and practical. Nobody cares about Elon's involvement. Yeah, that's what, I mean, I don't think a lot of people really bought Tesla because they loved Elon. I don't think. I'm sure there's some out there, but Iran. knock off the politics. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. I'm out. Bye, everyone. Okay, Tool. I didn't really think we got super political there, did we? New topic, tariffs. That's okay. It's one of my favorite parts about being, I'm just, I feel like I've said this before, and my favorites is like older people. I always hear that you should care, but no, I think it's funny though, because like one of my favorite parts about being young, and I don't know if this will ever change because it hasn't, and I'm 27 years old. I just don't care about politics. I really don't. Don't get me wrong, I have opinions, I do, but like, I don't feel like I have the time, want, or effort to want to like talk about them every day. And I mean like either side. Just don't care. Honestly, it's kind of funny to me like watching adults just like go back and forth all day, every day about politics, because it's like, it feels like the closest you can get to being like a kid, like a child in a way. Look at this big old cooler, guys. Hopefully Matt's okay with me using this. I needed a cooler, could not find one. I know this has been on the shelf for like, God, I feel like this has been up there for like close to a year. But it's PC cooler. And if I remember right, I could have sworn Matt bought this because he thought it was kind of funny. I think, oh, you know what? I think he maybe did a short on it. I think he did a short on 2 different coolers where he's basically like kind of joking that, you know, Deep Cool had just kind of gone through all that trouble. And then I think he picked up these coolers to do a short where it's like, it's kind of funny. You can tell another company just kind of took over the factory or something. One day you realize even, yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. It's like, I hear that a lot from, you know, I've never heard that from a person younger than me. It's always usually older generation where they're like, oh, politics, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I mean, hey, I'm 27 and I've been through like 3 or 4 presidents, and I live my everyday life the same, you know what I mean? That's exactly what I do. I focus on myself. I focus on myself, my family, my friends, you know, people around me. But to be fair, I've never been much of a follower. Like, I've never felt like anyone's fighting for me, if that makes sense. So I've always felt like I'm fighting for myself and people around me, not that I need to rely on someone else to do that for me. So that's my thing. This is a really dope cooler, actually. I got a lot of good friends. Got a lot of good family. I'm like Dom. I'm like Dom Toretto. Friends and family, guys. Some really nice fans too, actually. Wow. I've been sleeping on this cooler. Oh yeah, no, trust me when I tell you, I got friends, family, yeah. It sucks. It really does. It's it just feels like the least productive, they're the least productive talks ever is how I would put it, because no matter like how extreme you are on one side or the other, it just doesn't change anything. So it's almost like, all right, I get to listen for another 4 years of people just arguing every single day about politics that like they have no control over. And I get feeling strong about it. I understand that. I mean, like I said, I got opinions. I got things that I feel strongly about, but I don't know. I just like, the older I get, the quieter I try to, I know on stream for a little bit there, I'd go on my rants, you know what I mean, where I would get like, I don't know if I call it political, but I could get political, I could get strong opinionated. I really only get strong opinions whenever it's like, if there's someone in chat that's like bullying someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick up for them, but I'm not gonna stick up for Washington, D.C. or what's going on in the government. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't make enough to care. No, that's the other thing too. That's the other greatest point is, I don't know why we all spend, it's like, okay, we got some sports. I know I've seen you guys talk with Matt about sports. I think sports are really cool. I'm not really into them. I think they're really cool. Have you ever been able to just convert, like, do you guys think you could convince Matt to switch from being a lifelong UK fan to a fan of a different team? No. Like, And I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. Like that's it's logic. Like it's complete logic. Like you're not gonna, no matter how many like you know, post or rallies or whatever you do, like you're not gonna change people's minds. So that, I think that's my thing, is I'm just like, it's okay to have views, super right, super left, in the middle. I don't really care. It's just like, quit trying to. It's the same with religion, right? It's the same with religion. It's like, you know, you're not gonna, 90% of the time when you're going door to door, trying to sell like religion or however, whatever way you've decided to do it, if anything, it just kind of pisses people off, right? It really does. It's kind of the opposite. I don't think a lot of people get, it's like people don't get that, where it's like when you preach something too much, and I'm talking sports, politics, religion, it makes it worse. It just makes it to where people start to hate that, right? And then that's where you get the extremists on the other side. We need feng shui. Feng shui.
Hey, do you know where that card is that we use for cardboard?
It's as long as no one moved it, I moved it to like the back, like by the back door, like the big bay door.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't move it somewhere else. Matt will switch to F1 racing. Yeah. And see, and I think that that's like such a different kind of thing too. I know that this isn't what you mean, by the way, too nosy, but like you can get people into new hobbies and new things, right? Like that's something that can be done. You can show someone something in a convincing way. A great example is like, you know, certain video games, right? I really like video games. I'll convince some friends to play them. Sometimes they end up hating them and I can't fix anything about that. Sometimes I get them to love that game, and then they're like, wow, I can't. And I've had the same happen to me. I've had like, I'm not very open to trying new games usually, but I had Matt and Zach like kind of just convince me like Black Myth Wukong was really cool. So I finally played it and I was like, wow, this is super fun. I've never tried a Souls-like and I like it. On the other hand though, it's like you can't really do that with sports and politics, like, because that's kind of like you're on a team at that point. And you know, no matter how bad your team's doing, you're always going to root for them. At least that's what I've seen in sports. I've had family that, like, you know, they root for the team that has never won a game in like 30 years, and they're not just going to stop rooting for them all of a sudden. Politics are the exact same, guys. Religion's the same way too. And like I said, I'm not being negative at all about that. Like I think beliefs are great. When you believe in something, I just think when you believe in something, you shouldn't try to force other people to believe in it. And that's exactly what politics do every single day. That's what religion does every single day. You just gotta let people live their lives. Let them be free. That's my TED Talks for the day. Why did they do the fan like this? This is interesting. So I need to connect these. Probably like this. And then I need to run this one to here. Yeah, this cooler is sick. This is freaking cool. Oh yeah, and no, that's totally true too. I'm very like, I like to hear people's opinions. I like to hear people talk. I will say there's opinions that I hear them and I'm instantly like, oh my God, that is not a good opinion in my opinion. Usually if it's something that feels unfair, you know what I mean? That's where I usually kind of get my strong opinions, is whenever someone is too far on one side. But basically what I'm saying is I really appreciate anyone that can be in the middle. I think it's cool for people in sports, religion, politics. My great example with sports actually is I've seen, I don't know if this is a great example, but like one in my mind that comes to mind is Zach, I think. So he really likes, I'm speaking to my butt here, but he likes sports betting. I think it's cool that he'll watch like any sports game, right? Doesn't have a preference on a team or anything. He'll talk openly, like if one team's doing bad, he'll be like, yeah, they're not doing well. If one team's doing good, he'll be like, yeah, they're doing really well. He doesn't pick a side and then go like, you know, no matter what they're doing, it's like, it's everyone else's fault, you know, blah, blah. So I think that's kind of cool whenever people can be like, kind of open to like, just observing, you know what I mean? We're gonna do a little classic smasheroo here real quick. See, I don't like when these coolers have a little too much of a gap on them. You hate sports, you just want to eat chicken nuggets. in sauce without some dude yelling at the TV. Yeah, that one's rough. You know, that one's rough because, like I said, I like when people have their passions and beliefs, but especially like as a kid, whenever I'd go to like any like relative's house for like sports, man, I used to get like, I don't know why, but like it made me angry when I saw people yelling at the TV because I think it made me angry because in my mind, it was always it was like the way that people yelled at it, where they'd yell at like this professional athlete and they'd be like, how the F are you messing this up again? And all I'm thinking is like, bro, you look like you haven't left the couch in like 5 years. Like, what do you mean? How did you mess this up again? Like, I guess that's my stance on it is, and now I don't feel that way because I get that people aren't, I don't think they can do better, but that's how I felt when I was a kid. I was like, bro, why are people like judging these all-star athletes that do an amazing job? They just choked one time or they just had, one little brain fart and they just did the wrong thing. But I realize now it's more of they're just kind of yelling because they're like, I just want my team to win at any cost. Now, the one thing I really do not like about this cooler, and I kind of want to, is there a picture of that box again? Did I throw it away? Where'd the box go? Ah, right here. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this cooler is this. The fans aren't, I wish they had made it like a true 120, but like the fans aren't the same size. I'm shaming, yeah, someone's aggressive uncle. Yep. The uncle that'll like go outside to like, in between halftime and they'll throw a ball and they end up like spraining their ankle and having like a asthma attack. And then they start hitting. Oh no, I definitely am chaotic. I do not, it's funny, like, I mean, well, it's totally separate, but like, I'll watch some like UFC like highlights and stuff, and in my mind, I'm like, and I like working out. I like the idea of someday doing like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, maybe like some light sparring or boxing, but even then, yeah, I'm not a fighter. I guess it depends. I really like, whenever someone is being oppressive, oh, I'm a fighter. If anyone's ever like putting someone down on something that, especially if it's something that they mean well, like someone's just trying to do like a good thing or like what they think is a good thing and someone's putting them down, that's when I definitely become like a fighter. You guys won't like me when I'm Angies. Oh man, I make myself cringe sometimes. Box. I would fight for a 50-90. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's, I like that. I like that. I'm a defender. There we go. I never thought about that. You got a lover and a fighter, but what about a defender? Flatlined over 10 guys in various fights. It got you nowhere, SMH. Dang. Right, now when you say flatlined, you said flatlined over. Okay, wait, flatlined over. Are you saying you killed 10 people in fights or like you just, laid them out and like they got KO'd? When I hear flatlined, I think like heart stopped. I'm like, okay, doing some bare knuckle? No, just KO, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, man, you got that one punch wonder, huh? No death boss. That's good. Man, I have seen that, that rarely can happen where like you have a death or like permanently paralyze someone, and it's pretty crazy what that does to well, not only obviously the person and like their family, but even the person that caused it. I've seen a couple of like stories where like, they never fought again after that because they were just like, wow, I feel like I just ruined someone's life, or ended someone's life. Lay flat on the floor till the fight is over. Ah, flatline. So when the doctor says that they're flatlining, it just means that they're KO'd. That's all it is. Just KO'd. Thoughts on Minecraft movie? Ah, we haven't seen it. Is it out? Oh, tell me it didn't come out yet. I was really hoping to take the team there to try to see like our ad in the theaters. Every so often, like maybe like once a year, if a really good movie comes out that's kind of like in the gaming world. Oh, it's not out. Okay, when does it come out, by the way? Is it April 4th? Cool. Yeah, I'd like to try to get the team down to like our local movie theater where we have some ads, so we can catch our ad, which I don't think we've gotten to see our newer one in theaters yet. You guys didn't know, if you go to any local movies around here, we got, I want to say it's two. I think two theaters. No, we might be in 3. I don't remember. No, it looks really goofy, but it's funny because I've seen like articles where it's kind of joking, you know, where it's like the Minecraft movie is not for everyone. It's for the people who played Minecraft. That's really what it's targeting. But like if you never played Minecraft, you're probably gonna think it's stupid. Yeah, Jason, that's where it's at. Escape. When's the last time you saw it, by the way? Yeah, we had a little phase there where our ad just like wasn't playing when it was supposed to, and it's funny because it's supposed to play all day, every day, like during every single showing. But then we had a few. Oh, look at these stickers. We had a few people tell us that our ad just like wasn't playing, and we were like, huh? I just realized the camera's still off to the side, so I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna give these stickers to Tool. I think they're so cool. Here we go. Zalman. Zalaman. Yeah, I like their little mascots here. It's cute. I will say, Nosy, I thought the Mario movie was pretty decent. Had some good voice acting in it. I think I saw it twice. I think I saw it in the theaters with, I think that's the one that we went and saw last year, maybe the year before. And then I went and saw it again with Emily. She wanted to see it. Yeah, I remember thinking it was pretty decent. I mean, I don't remember thinking like, wow, I need to write a review on it. So I don't think it was amazing, but it's definitely like, you know, if you have like a kid that wants to see it or something, grandkid, whatever, I think it's worth checking out. You know, that's a great question. What RGB controller am I using? So I only have one RGB fan in this build so far. I'm going to be adding more. I just kind of wanted to get it open and figure out exactly what I want to do here, because I didn't know if I wanted to use a V-True fan pack, because I think we have some Arctic fans that I kind of would like to get rid of. A little more expensive, you know, and this is like a little bit of a more mid-range / higher end build. I actually have some Okinos ones here too. Let's do, oh, we have ID cooling as well. Dang, we got options for days, chat. I'm gonna actually do these ID cooling ones because these will actually match the build pretty nicely. I don't think this comes with a hub though, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's okay. So if you had to pick a martial art to defend yourself and your family, which one would you choose? Guns. No, honestly, I don't know a lot of like martial arts, like the names or anything. I want to say, I mean, isn't Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu the most practical form, probably? Like, I thought that was typically, like, the standard of self-defense. I don't think you see a lot of people, like, at least here, going and doing, like, karate and stuff like that for self-defense. Or taekwondo, I guess. So BJJ, taekwondo, karate, how do you say, is it Muay Thai? Yeah, I don't know. You know, so I actually, funny enough, I still wish I had just, I chickened out. So I actually went, I've been talking to one of my good friends who is really into UFC. He's really into UFC. He's always been into like boxing. He's even tried in different ways, like getting into that stuff. And so I thought he'd be really into it, but I don't know if he just wasn't feeling it. That exact place, Jason Miller, I went there. It sounds like they have really good reviews. It sounds really fun. My buddy and I were gonna go, and I was like, dude, let's take classes together. You know, like let's do it. I don't know if he chickened out or what, because I wouldn't think he would have, but I just know that I got there, and then he just ended up saying he wasn't able to make it, and then we just never rescheduled it. But I'd already tried a couple times. Like, I was like, hey, let's go this day. It was like, oh, I can't go this day. Hey, let's go this day. Oh, I can't go this day. And then finally we agreed on a day, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. And then I don't remember what happened. He's like, oh, I can't make it now. And so I kind of sat in the lobby for like 20 minutes. I think they were doing a class, so there were so many people coming in and out. I just kind of sat there, ended up just getting nervous, and I just left. Because I was like, I don't know if I want to do this like by myself. I don't know. And also, I guess the only other thing that kind of freaks me out about it, and like, I guess I really shouldn't be that freaked out about it, well, it's two things. One, I really don't want to get ringworm. I read that's like mad common since like you're all fighting like, you know, barefoot and everything. like you're like guaranteed to get ringworm, which I'm like, I mean, I know it's not that bad. It was like, okay, that doesn't sound very fun. And then also, I just read like a lot of people. This is obviously like probably once in a lifetime like horror stories. People are like, oh yeah, I got paralyzed for 2 years from like the neck down because I got like dropped on my head, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Or oh yeah, it's like, oh, expect to break a toe, expect to break your nose, like, and I'm like, oh. I build computers now for a living. When I was a mechanic, I feel like I would have been a little more okay with it, especially if I was younger. But I was like, I just don't know if I want to go through all that now. At least not without a friend, or family member or something. You're just scared of building a PC? I like that. Then shoes have, yeah, I think I would assume they have to be off. So that's kind of why I was almost thinking about, well, again, then the other thing was, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu sounds cool, but it seems like it's mainly like a self-defense thing. I kind of liked the idea, and I don't want to sound like a turbo nerd saying this, but I really liked the idea of doing some type of class where it didn't really just focus on like fighting, but it also focused on like meditation and like breathing. Basically like, rash guards and showering, stop it. Okay, yeah, that's fair. But I thought it'd be cool to do like a more of a martial arts that kind of, what is that crap? Is that Krav Maga? I like the idea of maybe doing like a some type of martial arts though that has like, techniques involved in it. Like not just fighting, but like, how to breathe properly. I guess when to do what, if that makes any sense. Mugga. Is that what it is? Mugga? Mugga. I like that. It's a mindset. When you look in the mirror, do you see a victim or a calm warrior? I wouldn't say I see a calm warrior. I definitely don't see a victim. The way I would put it is like, I've been in like, I was in like some basic school shuffles here and there, like mainly just pushing, shoving, stuff like that. And I've never been physically pushed around is how I'd put it. Even though I've always been like, smaller / average as far as like my build goes. But no, even like as an adult, I definitely don't look in the mirror and think like, oh man, I'm just a bitch. But I guess on the flip side though, if I do see a person that's much larger than me, I definitely do not have like the little man syndrome where like I think, oh, I could take them. I do not have, I'm not that confident. I can tell you that much. Like if I see a person who's like, because I'm like 5'8", I'm like 5'7", 5'8". If I see someone that's, standing 6 foot or taller and they're pretty built, I definitely don't look at them and think, oh, I got better fighting style than them, I can take them. I'm definitely not that confident, which I'm sure that that's something where if I did take classes, I could probably get that feeling. Because I've seen people who are like that. I don't know if it's true, because I don't typically see them in action. But, in my mind, I would think some of these featherweights out there, who are standing at like 5'6", could pretty easily take like a 6 foot plus, like really built person who isn't super keen on fighting. You know what I mean? I don't really think of myself that highly. Height leak changed the wiki, boys. That's funny. Oh, no, don't, no. It says I'm 6 foot. Keep it there. Trying to get this cooler like perfect. I'm gonna take off this fan again. I can't do this gap. The baby gap. Oh crap, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it off now. Oh, what have I done? Do I look in, oh my god. Do I look in the mirror and see a victim? Oh. It's called hypervigilance, and sadly you have it. What do you mean by hypervigilance? Would that be where you do see, I guess like height differences and build differences? So like you kind of respect it, or is it like the opposite where it's like you don't really care? All right, we're really bending these things now. Try to keep it nice and even when I bend it. All right, now I think we can get the results I'm looking for here. Hurrah!
You really stepped up on this thing today. Look at the layers to it.
Oh my god, do we get the mantle, the crust, the magma core?
Yeah, it splooged on my shirt too.
All right, Zach, I want to know if I talked about you on stream, okay?
Okay.
Really bad. No, I was kidding. No, I talked about you in a good way, and I want to know. So, obviously, every single morning, somehow fucking, like, politics is brought up, and obviously, we toned it down. We were like, nah, let's not do this. But, you know, I kind of made the point where, I think you can agree with this, where I was like, all right, look, politics, sports, religion. Those are three things that you can't just change someone's mind on. At least not easily. Most people, like, if they once you believe in it, is what I'm saying. Once you believe in a team, once you believe in a religion, once you believe in a political side, no matter how many posts or like arguments you get in, it's not just going to change their mind. It's going to make them more stubborn, right? And I was, you know, a good example though, I was like, I appreciate people, that's what I said, I appreciate people like Zach with sports, where I said, you like watching them, you like betting on them. But I said, I don't think he has teams that he's like, oh, they need to win or I'm going to die. Yeah. I'm like, he's always just rooting for whoever's winning and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or whoever has cool stats.
I've never, where's the mic at?
Stream.
Chat. It's time to report to something.
Yeah, I gave you a good word, man.
Is it 9070?
So don't let me down now.
Well, I was going to say, it's just that
7800 XT.
when it comes to sports stuff,
7800
I wouldn't say I have teams. I've never been one to have, like, teams that I root for. There's teams I definitely like, but I'm not, like, fighting tooth and nail for them. And there's only a couple. But I'm more so of, like, a player enjoyer. Like, there's star players and good players I like, good personalities I like, and I feel like that takes priority for me over, like, rooting for a team through everything. Just because also, like, we're in Louisville. We've never really had, like, a professional sports team besides, like, college basketball and, like, college football, but I don't really care about college stuff. And when I moved here, it was when I was, like, already, like, kind of, like, a kid and liking sports, so. Zach, can we talk about your PC crashing every day? Listen, I want you to know everything I say on those shorts, take with a grain of salt. That's all I'll say. We need someone to be a villain and to be dramatic. And I'm just taking it.
He's taking the role.
It's me.
I thought it actually did crash once a day though.
It does. So I would say at its worst, it was definitely crashing once a day. I would say right now, it's more so like a couple times a week.
If you're wondering why I'm still building, I got tons of B-roll when I got here.
But why my
I
PC
did it on
crashes,
stream.
Thank you.
I think my PC is
You're welcome.
crashing
I need
for
a
reasons
transfer.
beyond my PC. I think it has to do with my electrical system.
I feel like it's your mindset.
It might be my mindset.
It's your grind set, bro.
I'm just not grinding hard enough.
Crazy. They literally make these fans smaller than the actual like CPU cooler. ID cooling.
No, I know.
So
Well,
Zach Lover?
No,
or
that's
Fighter?
Jonah. That's PC cooler, and that's the one that I think.
Lover,
So you
I
remember
think?
how on the shelf there we had that liquid cooler?
Yeah, I know. I know that. I knew that was the air cooler you used.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I know that's the one you picked.
You said ID cooling though. What are you talking about?
Like ID cooling could never.
Mm.
They match on ID coolings.
Oh yeah, this is super clean except for this. I'm
I
like,
know.
why did they do that?
I'm like, come on, man, make it like 2 millimeters.
It's still a good looking cooler though.
No, it is. I like the little. If you set everything to orange, the little orange accent.
Yeah. But yeah, that's because I was like, dude, why do we still have this? Because like I swear we've had these for like a year. And then I remember I was like, I think Matt bought these just for a short. If I remember, I think it's one of the first shorts we did, where I think it was when Deep Cool first kind of went through all the crap.
Pretty sure they sent it out to us.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah.
I just remember Matt did a short on them because he was like, it's funny that this is literally Deep Cool, but it's like rebranded.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a different. I think that was a different brand. I think that was.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that was something else.
Maybe.
Jonah looks like a lover. So Zach, boxing in your future? I tried boxing before. Back in high school, my good friend was very into boxing, and he went to a boxing gym and took lessons and stuff. I remember I gave it a shot and got molly-whopped. So that was my boxing experience.
What's up?
Are these fans going in the building?
Yeah. I was telling chat, because they were asking me like, you know, are you a lover or fighter? And I was like, kind of like in between, because I was like, I'm very much lover, but I was like, if I see someone getting like picked on or something, or if I'm getting picked on, I'm very much a fighter. So I said, you're a defender. I was like, oh, I like that. But I was telling them, did I ever tell you how I went to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and I chickened out?
No.
So okay, and you, without saying the name, I went with someone who's very into fighting, thinking that he'd really want to do it.
Yeah.
I asked him like 4 times, like, oh, dude, that'd be sick. Every time he canceled me, right? One time I finally was like, hey, man, like, is this day good? He said, yeah, I'll meet you there. And, he lives right down the street. And I get there, and like, I'm waiting inside. And then he texts me like, oh, bro, I'm just really sorry. I can't make it. And I'm like, is he scared? Like, I can't tell if he's scared or not. But then I sat there for like 20 minutes, dude. There were so many people coming in and out. And I just was like, I was like, all right, Jackson, you need to talk to him. You're going to get lessons. And then I was like, I can't do this. And I left. I was like, I don't want to do this alone.
Yeah, I tried learning boxing, but it wasn't for me.
See, I really wanted to do, I was telling them how,
Want me to be the mat in your PC building morning?
you got to make it out with me.
I tried a few different combat sports in high school. I tried jiu-jitsu, I tried boxing, I did karate as a kid, which I feel like every kid does, but
I
never
didn't.
really stuck with anything.
I really want to do.
Never really retained anything either.
I really want to do it some type of fighting style that involves like meditation. Yeah. That's jujitsu. I can get ringworm. But I really want to do one that involves like meditation and like calmness and like breathing, if that makes sense. But not anything like really dumb like capoeira or whatever the
The
dancing
Brazilian
fighting.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that, but like I do think it'd be cool to do some type of martial arts that is very focused on not just fighting.
You want the fans to go on the bottom or the top? Up top.
I can give you lessons on martial arts focused on kissing. Come to the bathroom.
Ooh, I want to learn how to become a Power Ranger, actually. I want to learn how to morph.
Everyone's saying you're in the way, Jonah.
So a bunch of people are saying Tai Chi. I'm not really, I mean, I drink a lot of tea every day. I do like chai, but I don't know if I should try to learn how to make a chai tea. Oh, you guys said Tai Chi.
Zach, did you play any Tsushima last night?
I did.
Bro, there's so much to do.
There is. One thing I hate so far is the archery.
Yeah, archery's like...
Is McAllister coming today?
It's really slow.
Yeah, it is.
Is McAllister not, did he say something in Slack? He might not be here today, Jake. Are you looking for him?
Nope.
McAllister? Oh, he said he's on his way, actually. He said
Jonah
his-
makes a better door than a window.
What does that mean?
You're in the way.
Damn. A better door than a window is crazy.
Now he's moving the camera.
Got a sneaky like on the tripod though.
Well, I give up his PM Jackson.
We can just do what Matt and I do every day, John, is we do this. The classic, we bring the tripod around, we hit this one here. Well, now Zach's a fucking door. His daddy was not a glass maker.
Oh my god, why are these all little baby bags, bro? I can't open this shit.
Oh, his hands are too big.
Too brawling.
I also started playing Me Side last night.
What?
I also started playing a game called Me Side last night. You ever play Doki Doki Literature Club? Or hear of it?
No.
No. It's like that, but like actual first person walking around and spooky.
Dude, I'm like, I cannot do 2 games at once. I can do 1 single player story game and 1 multiplayer, or 2 multiplayer.
Me with like 8 different ongoing
Yeah,
games.
no, I do, like, cause if I start a single player game, that's why like I really want to try Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm like, I have to beat Wukong first.
No, you gotta beat Wukong because dude, it's a dense game.
And I feel like Wukong kind of is too. Like I need to remember where I'm at and stuff, you know?
Yeah, Wukong definitely is. Wukong.
I've always been one to have multiple games in rotation.
Hey,
Sorry.
would you
The only time
to
it
ceiling?
becomes an issue for me is if I start a game, wait a little bit, and come back to it. The controls, like I have to relearn that it feels clunky, that sort of stuff.
Did you get any results back, Jonah?
No, they're gonna call me apparently.
He has Ligma.
What if you do have Ligma? What do we do?
Execution.
This one might be better to go from the bottom actually.
So PCBros needs to add a self-defense room in the building.
Like here?
No, like here.
A self-defense room? What do you want us to do? Like a panic room?
A bunch of fluffy chairs. So working on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, doing a couple of D2R challenge runs, and playing Season 10 on D2R. I don't even know what D2R is. Diablo 2 Remastered?
Oh, yeah, but that is
Question
it.
mark?
Man, that's a
Final
that's a
Fantasy
good
VII
game, man.
Rebirth. I've been wanting to play that so bad. Final Fantasy is one of my favorite series growing up as a kid, and even into like my teenage years. But I have not played any Final Fantasy games in a long time. I don't know if I've kind of learned that the JRPG like kind of genre. I liked it a lot growing up, but now like I don't know if it's the Zoomer attention span kind of grew in me, but JRPGs just don't hit the same for me anymore.
What about
They're a little too fluffed out.
is it Kermit's the one that's doing Diablo? Have you played 4 yet? I really liked 4. That's a game I wish I would beat too.
Resurrected. That was close.
Yeah.
I had the R part.
I mean, that's
Same
basically
thing.
what, Resurrected is remastered in that case.
Actually,
They added 2 new bosses.
Rebirth has been fun, but remember it's action RPG now. My brain hurts. Yeah, I'm coasting on like 6 hours of sleep. I did not sleep well last night.
I haven't slept well in months.
The remake and Rebirth are action now. Yeah, I know it's like the hack and slash style, but even then, like JRPGs that are hack and slash still like they're just very long games, lots of dialogue, lots of
Yeah.
story, which is not a
Yeah,
bad thing. It's just it takes a
maybe
certain
I know.
amount of like focus and energy to want to sit through all that. I feel like
Right?
Yeah.
Persona's a good example. I bought Persona, started it. It's a little rough for me to get into just because there's so much going on and there's so many characters, so much dialogue, and like for some people that's amazing, but for me it's like I'm being stretched thin across so much it's hard to like get interested.
He's just being stretched.
Yeah.
Suck dry.
Because responsibilities, JRPGs are so long, you feel like you should be doing something else more productive. True. My sleep was okay last night. PTSD makes my sleep tough sometimes.
Yeah.
That's always tough. Mm-hmm. Jackson, my brown belt in traditional karate. I also was in competitive kata forms. I think that's what you're looking for.
What is it? Kata forms?
I think so. That's what it says.
Is that like Kata vibe?
Are you down for the wrong?
The other thing too is I also don't want it to be like, because I'm definitely not that dedicated or weird where like I feel like some of the more untraditional styles I'm gonna be in like a old white man's basement, like while he's trying to teach me.
We might have an issue.
Yep.
The cooler is a little thick. I actually can fix it. Never mind.
Get rid of the cooler.
This small, I can't get to the fan up here without having to like bend this down, or I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to remove this fan or something. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out.
You can't get a fan up top because of the cooler?
No, because it's so tall.
Oh. Just move this one down and then put a new one in.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
Karate has no ground game, but is okay. Oh, you mean like once you're on the ground? Well, no, they do. You just
It's called striking them when they're on the ground.
yeah. That's something they don't teach that sensei won't teach you.
I've been enjoying playing as a samurai though, on Tsushima. Also, if I feel like you have to play it in. I say I feel like it, but you don't have to. But I feel like it in Japanese makes it like that much more.
I saw Zach do a cool move yesterday. I would like to try.
I dress up in a kimono every time I play.
Yeah.
I gotta get into character.
Gotta get into character.
I
Weak.
need a microfiber so
Weak
I can
draw.
wipe the blood off as I put it back in.
You want to see the edgy way they do it in the show?
For the game, they go like this. They go.
Oh.
They go back.
No, that means you're ready for war.
I am.
No.
You know what this office is like? We gotta stay ready.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get to a point where I got my fireplace mantle with 3 katanas and then an AR beneath it. I'm gonna be ready for anything.
Zach, what quest did you do last night?
I did the archery one, and then one of the recruiting someone who had their family like clapped,
Murked.
and then I did a bunch of side stuff.
Yeah, the side stuff is like in depth.
Yeah, I did. It was the archery guy.
Those are
And
risky
then the,
moves pre-screwing in that fan.
it was for the Act 1 main quest
This
where you
one?
have to recruit people. I recruited one of them.
Like assuming you got it like at the perfect distance and there wasn't gonna be any gaps, you know.
Well, I looked at it. I was like, this has to be like perfectly fit for 3 120s. There's really not much room.
Dude, so I got the motherboard yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And I almost got the power supply, but it was dumb. The dude gave me like a time and everything, and then he just wouldn't respond. I'm like, okay, like we agreed on a price, a time. We kind of agreed on a place, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready whenever, and he just wouldn't respond.
Typical Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. It's even dumber though for a seller. I understand. I mean, buyers, yeah, freaking flaky as hell.
Yeah, you're
Like, how the hell how do you flake as a seller? Like, you're trying to sell your item and make money. Why are you flaking?
I'm gonna learn jujitsu, and then anytime someone makes me mad, I'm just gonna lay on my back and say, "Come here, come here, come here. See what happens. Get closer."
Like a cat.
Yeah, I definitely kind of get that vibe, Jason. The only thing that kind of sucks about karate here is I'm sure that there is some really good adult classes, but like a lot of the like Huang's, for example, which is very commercialized.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if they let adults in, and if they did, I would look like I shouldn't be there.
Has anyone played Anno 1800? I've seen gameplay of it, and I've thought about buying it, but I have not purchased it myself.
Almost there, boys.
Home on the range. You study multiple forms, take the best from each, toss the rest. Whoa.
This guy's theory crafting.
All right.
He's min-maxing his fighting arts.
Chaotic said you can find videos of him fighting on YouTube. What do we look up to see that? And do you want us to see it?
Would you if it was all like body cam footage of him getting run down?
Well, earlier he said you can find it on YouTube. I flatlined 10 people, and I said,
Oh,
like you killed 10 people? And he goes, no, I just mean like KO'd. I was like, okay, when I hear flatline,
that
I think
sounds
heart
like kill, and
stopped.
I'm like, buddy, what part of YouTube has that?
Are boxers from Chicago like special? Sorry, that sounded really rude. It was just that I KO'd a boxer from Chicago. I was just like, is that like, are they like known for being really good at boxing there? Oh, not on YouTube back in your past. Oh, I thought you were saying we could find videos of it.
Reset switches on the bottom, right?
10 random guys.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah, bottom right.
I just couldn't remember if it was power switch on the top right or bottom right.
Call that aura maxing.
Killing people? Where's the USB 3 at? Is it bottom?
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
I'm gonna go grab my coffee.
Okay. Oh, it was 10 random guys in jail. Okay.
Bro.
You were zoned way out, understandably.
This board is 2 USB 3. Alright.
All right, let's plug in some fans before I put the power supply in. Dude, come on, you're not that tall, man. 5'6" on a good day. All right, fan header. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said like he said I think his power might have went out or something. He said his phone was dead.
He unplugged it last night.
He wanted to sleep in.
I don't want to go to work today.
You know, I was having this
you know that
conversation with Kenna the other day, and I was like, how like late could I oversleep and still come to work but have it be like morally accepted? And I was like, I feel like being like, 15, 20 minutes late, they're like, that's fine, but like how far could I get? I'm like, I feel like once it gets to like 45 minutes, they're like, all right, just take the day off.
I've done an hour.
I guess it depends on the circumstances and like how much we need you that day.
Yeah.
The other fan header can go right next to it, down here.
Oh, it didn't reach.
Then I have a... I don't have any up top.
Oh, is there any on the side?
No.
What? There's only 2 fan headers at the bottom of the board?
There's
We getting
3 fan
Toasty
headers.
Bros
There's one
overtime?
down here.
Unfortunately.
Here,
Trying to make
do
this
this
up a good
one.
way. That's always good, chaotic. It's good to have goals and something to work towards.
Not killing people.
Not flatlining random guys.
Today I'm not gonna kill 3 people. All right.
chocolate
A or GB header.
We can do down here.
Fuck.
I can do one up top here if you want.
Where?
Dang.
Like up top here.
That would be a lot easier.
Okay, let's do that.
Damn. Jonah, someone in chat said, were the rest of the elves upset when you wanted to make PCs instead of cookies?
Cookies?
They're calling you an elf.
Why call me an elf?
I can see it. Like if you're used to the Will Ferrell, perception of
Yeah.
elves. That goes crazy.
That was good.
Who said that? I'm banning it.
It was
today.
Jason Miller.
Mr. Miller!
Here comes your
He said,
ban.
don't come to PC Bros today. You're in danger.
Why is the AirGB header so close to the RAM? That looks goofy as hell. Oh well.
All right, we're ready for PSU and
It
GPU.
really is so close.
Right?
The RAM's gonna overheat.
Ooh,
Watch out.
Chaotic said Jonah's curls are pretty and on point. Needs some pink bows.
Pink bows. Okay, let's see it. Drop a picture of you in chat right now.
I want to see your pink bows.
I want to see your pink bows, buddy.
See, in my mind, Chaotic's like, because I know you're in like your 50s, I think, and mechanic for a long time. In my mind, he's like scars all over his face, just like really crazy looking. I feel like just in a picture, he's gonna be like a teddy
I feel
bear.
like he's got like a chaotic tattoo on him, you know?
He said he's
bald and
6'1" and bald. Buddy, that's gonna be me in a few years. Just you
So
wait.
it looks like your dad.
Yeah. I'm not 6'1" though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a little.
If I put on some platformers, I might get up there.
The platformers.
Yeah.
Ooh, 210 pounds and a Reaper on his back. Okay.
Yeah, but you have Frostmourne on your forearm? I don't think so. Chat, check it.
Oh, look, Chaotic said I am on YouTube. I'm confused. You told me you weren't on YouTube. Are you?
show-
Are you there? Or are you not?
Chat, I need help figuring out my next tattoo. It's been like
The PC box.
it's been like 10 months
Ooh, yeah,
since
it's
I
like
got
you
one.
should do a PC
I don't know
on your
about
back.
that.
Tramp stamp.
Who's gonna get the first PC?
Your cage fight? I thought you said that you didn't have any fights on YouTube. Did I not ask you that, Chaotic?
No tattoos? And did I? You're
it's
incorrect
kinda
and you're
too late.
wrong. I already have 3, and I'm gonna keep going.
Check it.
Next tattoo is a face of your wife, Zach. I'm thinking about getting one dedicated to her. I was thinking about doing an iris.
You know Emily has my name tattooed on her?
Yeah. I was gonna do a iris flower because Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls was our first dance song at our wedding.
He said my name is on YouTube search. Are we just talking like this name here? Am I allowed to laugh if I see anything funny?
I'd rather not solely my hands. You go, Jackson. You can do this.
He said he gave it to you all on this 48-hour live stream.
What do you mean solely your hands?
The power supply cables and like little connector pieces. Scratch my
Chaotic,
hands up.
I don't remember it anymore. You're just gonna have to tell me if you want us to see it. I guess you could whisper it if you wanted to. If you don't want people to see
Or
it.
you can give us a riddle. we like solving puzzles.
Is there 2 CPU?
Yeah. No. There's only one. Did I give you 2?
Damn it, Jonah.
I just gave you random ones. Looked like they needed to go in.
Oh, he just typed it in chat.
There you go.
Get doxxed, buddy. I'm committing identity theft right now.
War crimes. Okay.
Ah. Let's see.
I can Google Gragas and Sona cosplay. One of the many reasons I don't drink anymore. That's a fire cosplay.
From 12 years ago? It's him. No, I was kidding. I guess this is him?
Probably. That guy looks 6'1" and bald.
I think he had a tattoo too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
Now kiss.
You need shorter shorts in this. Oh, dude, he looks focused.
He's in that flow state.
Do we need SATA power?
Nope.
No?
Ah, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's coming out. Oh.
Okay. He's mounted. Oh.
Dude, the holding the hands and then just letting go and punching is devious. This looks like Zach and I in bed.
That's after a man versus machine match. What's up, Midnight?
Jonah, you want to see Chaotic?
Yeah, for anyone in chat didn't know, we were watching one of Chaotic's fighting
Chaotic
videos.
just murdering
He was-
someone.
He was
my
putting
God.
in work flatlining a guy.
Jonah just said he could take you.
Yeah, I did not say that.
He said, come here right now. 11400 Bluegrass Parkway.
He got the legs around him too.
You never responded to my message on Discord,
Is this a
Zach?
package?
I'm really bad about checking my Discord messages
have
because
you
I
seen,
get quite a lot.
Have you seen Chaotic? Have you?
As a server runner, I get quite a lot of messages.
This
I
is
do.
Chaotic.
Which one?
Like Chaotic oh, this
On
the
top?
yeah.
Good God.
I think it's from like 12 years. Is this actually 12 years ago, Chaotic? So were you in your 30s, 40s?
He was 8 years old in
Looking
that.
good back then, huh? 38.
38. Okay, yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Watch out, Cyber Demon. Might have some competition.
Teaching your son how to build a PC.
He's doing such a good
Bring your
job.
kid to work day.
It's every day.
Do you think Matt's checking the cameras and sees nobody out there working? He's like, huh, I wonder what's going on.
Probably not.
And we're all just in here hanging out, having a good time.
What did I just do with that package?
Chat's like, probably put it in the garbage.
Chaotic, if you cut off the last 3 words of that sentence, it's a very bad thing to say. I can
will
still
stomp
stomp
on
on kids. Zach, what happened to Marketplace on the Discord? We got rid of it. There was only like 1 post in it of like every like, I would say like
did
3
I even
or 4
take that
months.
package?
I put it over there.
Oh, dude, I was like, I swear, like she handed it to me, and now where'd you put it? Oh,
We only get like we would get like 1 Marketplace post every like 4 months, and it just felt kind of like cluttered to have a whole thing dedicated to it in the rules and have it and stuff. And like honestly, we made it a long time ago, back when there wasn't as many
Long time
outlets to
ago.
buy and sell stuff. But the reason is that like we don't really want to like entertain the idea that people could use our Discord to scam people using it. Bot channel too. Yeah, bot channel was only useful because you could check your level to see how close you were to gaining Marketplace access. But with Marketplace gone, it was just kind of redundant to have the bot channel, so that got axed as well.
yeah, Chaotic. I gotta say, after we're just watching that one video, I believe everything now. Sometimes people in chat, I'm just kind of like, yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah, put me in the octagon and watch what happens. I'd be seeing God unconscious.
Ooh, Jonah has soft hands, but he's a good one. He really does mean well, guys.
Sometimes the touch of soft hands is all you need.
Some say that loving is fighting, because some say you gotta fight for your love.
You gotta fight the good fight.
What is that face you're making?
Me?
Yeah.
This is a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Zach,
are
you
you
have
focusing?
potential. I
you
can
gotta
see it.
Jonah, you gotta stick your tongue out when
Is
you
it time for
focus.
my anime training arc?
This is a load of shit.
He said his requests are off the chain. Yeah.
We're sitting here making jokes and Jonah's crashing out.
What's new? What's new, guys? My hands can't handle this. It's too tight. That's what she said. He said.
Whoa.
Imagine.
Jonah's a
Hey,
freak.
man.
Zach, you have potential. I can see it. So do you, Jackson. But Jonah needs some assistance.
Excuse me? For what?
Dude, look at Jonah gripping that case. He said, look at the forearms.
Bro.
Only if you do a montage,
see
Beanie. Anime training montage. Let's go.
Dude, this is the most jank.
My secret power is the power of friendship.
Yeah, don't let me forget. We'd like to see the Minecraft movie with everyone, but we need to make sure we plan it.
Oh, I already have tickets to it. I'm sorry.
You really?
Yeah.
How?
Where my kiss at?
My buddy bought.
Where my
What doesn't? You still have to go. It'd be during office hours.
I'll just
Gooner?
add, and then I'll leave.
Okay.
Okay, I can't fucking do this. Can you
Yeah,
get-
this is my toupee.
I can't get it to freaking bend.
PC stuff selling. Looks like we got a Wi-Fi adapter and a PC sold. Thank you for buying from PCBros.
You keep the lights on, boys.
McAllister has arrived.
He's arrived.
The one who keeps us all in check.
I need someone to give me a check today.
That's what the Addy's for, bro.
Almost forgot it. I was rushing out. Actually, I had to turn around and get it.
They
I
said
realized
mix
Not
Sammy.
getting it is like a $15 bill for the day because I have to get food. So I was like, I can't.
Oh, speaking of food, can I get lunch for my family later? I'll still play TFT.
You eat a lot of lunch.
Yeah. Well, you keep having meals to live, huh?
I'm so sorry. No,
Bro.
that's mean. That's very rude.
Alright, it's in. Thank God.
You know,
Oh my God, it's in.
I don't know why, but it reminded me of something. My mom, for a while, when her cancer was worse, she had to eat through a little piping bag, right?
Mhm.
Like it just fed her through her side
Mhm.
for like 3 months. She finally got allowed to eat again, and she gained like 5 pounds. And her doctor's response, and speaking out to her, was, "Now, Joanne, you just got your thing out, and you gained 5 pounds. Do you live to eat or eat to live?" And like, it's like, dude, you gained 5 pounds after finally being allowed to use her mouth again. And it was like, I couldn't believe it.
5
And that-
pounds is nothing.
And tell me about that. I know, that's what I thought. I was just like, that's incredible.
If I was to face McAllister in the cage,
that,
I would
um,
run.
Was everything good yesterday?
Yes. Well,
Mostly.
found things,
Mhm.
but they have to get sent up to the lab, but more than likely benign.
Right. Sweet.
Do you want to
I didn't know how it works.
run this
Apparently
to
those
the
are
bottom here,
pretty
Jackson?
common.
They are like it, and honestly, like a lot of people have them that they're just not.
You
they
got it
don't
right,
spread.
chaotic.
And the
Sending it
worst case
back.
scenario, as far as I understand, is that like he's just gonna have to do that more
sending
than
it back.
anyone would like to, which means more than once.
Yeah.
It's always funny when someone in chat sends a funny message and somebody else is talking, so I just have to like read it in my head, giggle, and say, I'll come back to that. Put a little pin in it, you know?
Okay, just tell us
Yeah,
to
but
shut the
what's
fuck up. Then.
He
Shit.
said if I was in the cage with McAllister, I would run. Like talking about like fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you want to see? Chaotic. He's always in our streams. He finally.
What are you showing me? A selfie of him or something?
No, it's a video of him killing 10 people.
I was like, I don't need to see
He
what they
literally
look
call
like.
it flatlining people.
He's the white guy at the
Hey
tattoo.
guys, I am 15. I'm about 20 minutes from your studio. Would y'all have any extra work during
Yeah,
the summer
nah,
that I could have
never.
to make some
Dude, just
extra
watch
money?
watch like whenever he gets like a chance to just.
Jackson will answer in a moment. But as I am
why
aware
don't
of
you
right
kiss him at this
now,
point?
we don't have anything on
Oh,
the
he kisses him
part-time work
already.
schedule. We're kind of staffed to our maximums right
I'm like,
now in
dude, yeah,
terms
you're
of
kind of a
workflow
monster.
and in terms of extra finances. But Jackson would know better than I would. It's the last message, Jackson.
That guy should say
Yeah. I mean, we're just we're not in a spot to be able to afford any extra pay. So, I'm not saying that in the future we, might not have spots for part-time, full-time, whatever. But I can definitely tell you guys, not anytime soon.
You know what we should do? We should start budgeting for a job we call fan job. And it's people that like it, and they're like, hey, it's in our inspector money. We're like,
And we pay an exposure.
It's just like, if you want to hang out, if you think that's cool, if you want to get paid a little bit. Like, we have some odd jobs, but this won't last forever. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's still honestly, it's just because then what's even worse is when it doesn't last anymore and having to tell them like, as someone who's had to let some people go, I do not enjoy it at all.
fair.
I'd rather just not do it. I hate it every single time.
Sure, you just need practice. Here, fire Zach.
I'll open up some.
Yeah, that'll open up some budget.
Yeah.
Then you can hire like 10 more people.
Wow.
Calm down there, buddy.
Wow.
If that's true, first off, we need to talk. Second off, what the fuck?
Can you even legally work? No, that's why I just stand here and talk to you all.
Oh yeah, speaking of, it's about time. I forgot how it is.
Did you want these to go through the cutout, Jonah? The other cutout?
Yeah, this one down here.
Yeah, you're getting cooked in chat today, Jonah.
I don't even care.
Having trouble over there, Joner? Joner looks lost as usual.
Oh my God.
Jonah, if you choose not to be a victim, I believe you could handle a confrontational situation and not do the Backstreet Boys dance as you run away.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't even get it. I guess because it's like curly hair.
Look, all I know is that I'm the one on the camera, and they're not. So.
Are we all on the camera?
Well,
Oh,
he's
you mean
saying
like
they're
chat?
Yeah, chat's fine.
I think for once he wasn't putting us down.
I'm just so used to him lashing out at us.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say, guys. Your all's mean comments, they get the brunt force of it. Like they're the ones that get punished for.
Yeah, you guys make fun of Jonah and puts him in a bad mood, then he makes fun of us.
As soon as the stream
Press
ends.
the button.
Oh, I'm getting thrusted.
What?
Can I get a zip tie?
What did you just?
I don't fucking know. I shut it down.
Shut it down. If someone's sexually harassing you at work, shut it down.
So what is Jonah's actual job? He does a lot of things. He does editing,
Complaining.
camera work, videography, complaining, lashing out, insubordinacy.
Ruining people's days, stressing people out.
He does stuff at PCBros,
a lot of pooping.
PCs, works
About
on
4 times a
repairs.
day.
A lot of shitting. I'll be honest. That is true.
And he does it on company time. Can you guys believe that? And he takes a lunch break.
I don't really take a lunch break often. Actually.
Now you go in the kitchen and watch ZTT videos.
What does EGT's like? Thanks, Jonah. in the chat.
He watches the stream sometimes. Here, watch this. ZTT, are you here?
You are being summoned.
Give us a sign.
Give us a sign. Jonah got promoted to that guy. Yeah, he just does a little bit of everything.
I'm a jack of all trades. What can I say?
That's my name. Don't
You
even
guys
try
all
it.
seem so much more relaxed since Matt is gone. That's not even true.
Nah, bro, I'm chill today.
See, what it really is that when mom and dad are both here, you know, like growing up when mom and dad are both around, you got to be on your A game. But when it's just like dad or just mom, you can be a little bit silly, you know. And they're like,
quirky.
it's fine. But like once you step that line, they're like, all right, we have to go get dad now. So you just make sure you don't cross that line. You're fine.
Yep. Certified build.
I don't even have a sheet for this. I just threw it together.
Certified shitter build.
Poopy.
Chat, if you had to label Matt and Jackson as mom and dad, which one's which?
Me? Or chat?
Chat.
Oh, I definitely know what's.
I have an idea in my head. I want to see if the chat thinks the same thing. ZC probably busy today. He's building a PC with an NFL player on stream.
Really?
Wow.
We're over here.
We're over here just
Making fun
kissing
of-
each other, being friends. The nicer one is mom. Matt is dad. Jackson is more like the cool aunt.
Ooh.
It's pretty good.
The aunt who takes a lot
Jackson
of
is
smoke
the
breaks.
baby.
The baby. Now you listen here, chat.
Saint Blitz, unstoppable sci-fi boy. Sorry, I have really bad vision. Rohal Khan
Yeah, I
12
did.
You need laser too?
and Jay Krisha.
needs
Thank you
more than
very much for
LASIK.
the follows.
He needs those balls.
Appreciate
removed.
you. Jonah didn't even say bye. He's still here.
I'm here, guys. What's wrong with you? Why would I say bye to you guys? You guys have been clowning my ass all stream.
But Jonah, you always said growing up, like you had to be able to take like poking and fun and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
already gave me a whole lecture once in that like if you're not like mean to your friends and making them like want to like end their life, you're not a good friend because you have to insult them to the point that like they want to die.
But then whenever we do that too much, he gets really upsetty spaghetti.
I really don't care.
Really.
See, I feel like Jonah doesn't really care too much, but he uses it as a way to like do comedic value, you know?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
he
no,
he
I
fights
get value
back.
I get value out of getting made fun of. I get full value out of it. If I get made fun of, that just means I have fuel to make fun of someone else, and that to me is.
It gives him a reason to be in a bad mood or lash out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Even though it really doesn't affect me that much, I just enjoy like shitting on someone's day. So.
There's definitely times where I've been in a bad mood and I've thought to myself like I dare somebody to try me right now.
That's crazy.
And I feel like that's Jonah daily.
Pretty much. I was like, man, I could roast someone today. someone roast me.
You already have the insults predetermined in your head. You're just waiting for the chance to let them fly.
I assume Jonah's the youngest person there.
I think so, yeah.
I am. Can you tell from my complexity of my skin?
Jonah is the youngest here, I believe.
Yeah.
I think Jake's younger.
Jake's like 20, 21.
Oh. I saw that one too. I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh my god. I mean, he's right though, but I mean,
With your aim, I'm not worried.
Yeah. Okay, here we are.
Jonah's mic'd up.
we don't have a guy in the raid, do we?
I
the
don't see one, but I'm not too sure.
We have a Giddy the Rady.
Hello, Guido the Revido.
Guido.
Is the Steam Spring Sale still going on, guys? I thought it was supposed to end today.
It ends
What-
today.
What time?
I don't know.
I need to find a last minute game to buy. I still have some Steam balance. I was gonna look and try and find a good single player game. 10 PST, so 1 o'clock.
Yikes.
1 EST. That's enough time. That's like 2 hours of work. I can just sit on Steam and look around.
You can look around. Browse the market.
I bought Undertale for $1. That's honestly a value buy. Undertale is one of those just iconic, like, it's just built in, you know? Like, it's just in the whole... I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. It's just everyone's played it. My brain stopped working.
me.
Just don't worry about it.
Chat. Maybe violence will not find you tomorrow because you all were really violent today. Huh?
Noon for me. I need to check out my cart. I'll find something. I need another single player game for once I finish Ghosts of Tsushima.
Red Dead 2.
Salute to you, Chaotic. Thanks for
Red Dead
hanging
2.
out.
Zach, there's your answer.
Tree Stump Hump Zach? Huh? Is that my nickname or is that like something I should look up? My very first Steam purchase was Sunday. They flagged me for fraud. They knew you'd be too powerful if you got on the stream or Steam. All right, we are rating Gibbs and Pieces.
Gibbs and
Chat,
Pieces.
thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see y'all later. Peace
Hope your
out.
knee surgery goes well.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, wait.